Yeah, we actually had the girls in our suite yesterday, and they were saying how not only was it a great, obviously, film to be a part of, but how fun it was to kind of, at the end of it all, really unleash.
Yeah.
So as a director, how fun is it for you to kind of pull off some of these scenes, at the end when the butt kicking begins?
I mean, that's the most exciting part of it, I think, in many ways, just only because it feels like sometimes when you're doing, like, for instance, the home invasion sequence in this film, we had 10 hours to shoot. That's it. And so, like, I'm kind of a gambler at heart, and so I love those scenes because you go, all right, the margin of error is about this slim, like, we can't mess up. And so it gets really, it gets exciting when you go into it and you know that we can't fail. We got a gun to our head. We have to make our days. We got to be on time, on schedule, and we have to pull this off somehow. And the four of them were just so game and so ready, and it was a dream.
Mm-hmm. And then the red coats, we were talking about that too, how they've kind of become these like iconic coats, and we're saying maybe we hope everyone will dress up as these characters for Halloween now because they got these like iconic looks. And then where did that come from? Was the idea to kind of have them all in like this team uniform? Was that kind of from the beginning, or where did that kind of the idea come from?
Well, it comes from a Japanese Sukeban film that I really like called Delinquent Girl Boss. And I just thought, well, what if they're just laying in bed and they're all watching this movie, in that film, 5 girls are wearing these red coats. And what if they're just wearing the same red coats and this is what they're doing? They're dressing up. They might have all, they bought them at the same time and they just end up in them for the rest of the film. And I don't know, I like the kind of iconography of it. I like the idea, in the same, it's like that they were in some ways in this sort of uniform. And that it wasn't just about them anymore. It was sort of a movement of sorts.
And this story here, are you hoping it kind of educates in a way? Because, with this film we see the dangers of, social media and maybe taking photos and sharing information and what happens if that information gets out there. Are you hoping people kind of, since we are in this social media world, are you hoping people learn from this?
Well, but I always take issue with that side of things because it's not about how people take photos of themselves or the information that's out there. My issue, and I think what this film gets to the heart of, is the internet is not good or bad. Its technology is what it is. It's here to stay. We're not changing. I'm not telling anyone to turn off their phones and engage in the real world. It's all one thing. It's all one real world. What I hope, my wish is that people become a little less righteous and a little less certain of the thoughts and ideas that they can wield sometimes as a weapon on social media. Human beings scare me. That's what's frightening. We've seen it throughout history. It's not like this is something new. We've seen mob mentality. We've seen mob culture, and so what I'm worried about is mobs that believe that with absolute certainty that they are right. That's a horror film, and that's what this movie's about.